years now?
Since 2016.
Wow.
Is
You
it
mean
20?
you
Yeah.
put up with me since then?
Hey, you're my big brother. What can I
That's right.
say?
You can't get rid of me. Even if you try, you can't get rid of me now. No,
Yeah.
absolutely no. It's been a fun journey, and thank God that allowed us to continue. And hopefully,
Amen.
what we do is we bring blessings to you guys in so many different ways. Whether it's music, whether it's our talk shows like Ann's show, the Eden as an Act of Worship Ministries radio show, Teens Talk Truth, the Boomerang. Let's see, what else do we? Oh, we have another broadcast that comes on each Tuesday, and I'm going to invite you to come on as a guest. Now,
Okay.
I belong to a fraternity where actually we call it a social fellowship. It's called Groove Phi Groove,
Awesome.
right? And it started in, let's see, 1962, Morgan State. Yes.
Wow.
So we're one of the newer fraternities, if so-called fraternities. I say so-called because we don't consider ourselves, even though we are a fraternity, we don't go by that. We only have one Greek letter, and that's okay. And our sister chapter is called Swing Phi Swing.
Ain't that something?
Yep. And so we do a broadcast each and every Tuesday called Groove Swing Speaks, and
Wow.
we have on different entrepreneurs, uh, specialists,
Mhm.
professionals. It could be anything from medicine to architecture to engineering, uh,
Mhm.
uh, authors of books, ministers. The whole idea is to educate. Pretty much what you do, you bring on various guests, from various backgrounds,
Mhm.
educate, uplift, motivate, and inspire, and
Right.
spread information out, disseminate information that can be helpful, to our communities. So it is a fun show. We've had great artists on. I mean, great professionals on. There is one in particular named Dr. Rowe. Does that name uh, ring a
Doctor
bell?
Who?
Dr. Rowe, Dr. R.O.
No, don't think I've heard that name
Yeah,
before.
she's a nutritionist,
Oh,
and
okay.
and she's one of my sisters. She's a swing, and
Wow.
she's been on. I think she's had a run with Dr. Oz for about 7 years. She's
Whoa, that's nice.
she's been on Good Morning America and various shows. She's well known. She knows a lot of people.
Mhm.
She had a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown. Does that name sound familiar?
Yes. Now that name I do. Wasn't that like wasn't he married to oh, who was his wife's
He
name?
was a married. Was he married to Anita? Was it Anita
I
Baker?
can't remember who it was, but he was married to a singer. I know that much. I
Yes, he
can.
was very famous. Very famous.
Mhm.
Was
Mhm.
it Anita? I may have that wrong. I might have to look that up. But he was married. No, Gladys Knight.
That's who it was, Gladys Knight. Yeah.
He was married to Gladys Knight,
That's who it was.
and I've been to several of his seminars.
Mhm.
And I had a chance to meet him personally when I was in California as well.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yes,
used to follow him on Facebook regularly because he had some, very uplifting content.
right, right. It's one phrase that he uses. He says, "If you can look up, you can get up."
Mhm.
Yep, yep. And
Mhm.
I carry that to this day. If I can look up, I can get up. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, let's
Amen.
get up out of this bed. Let's do something. Do
Right,
something.
right,
I
right.
and we have to send ourselves reminders. To me, each
Exactly.
and every day, we need to remind ourselves that, hey, look, should be doing this. Don't complain.
Mhm.
If there's something you can do now, I do understand pointing out
Mhm.
injustices. I understand pointing out discrepancies. And you should call those out. You should
Right.
certainly do that. There's no
Mhm.
question about that. You know, and so, but when you do that today, the far right call you woke. All right.
Who
Well,
cares what
yeah,
they think? I really don't care what they think.
I don't care either. You know what I say? You know what I say? And I want to be as woke as I can be. I want to. Yes, to me that's a compliment. Yep, that means that I'm paying attention.
Exactly.
And if you knew the real definition of it, you would be woke too.
No, they would not. They would prefer to stay blind.
Of course, and they prefer that, especially when we start talking about it on purpose. Yeah,
Mhm.
they know exactly right, but they try to use it in a disparaging way to make you think, well, okay, make it feel no, nope, nope, nope. I said, thank you. They say, yeah, you woke. Yep, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my eyes are open. I'm
yeah.
having a conversation with you. This is not a dream. Of course, I'm awake. Yes,
Yes,
I'm woke.
exactly right. And so you telling me that you so stupid that you don't want to be woke? Okay,
Right,
yeah,
right.
okay. I'm gonna throw it back on you. Uh, oh,
As AJ and Alex would say, "Well, go ahead and take a forever nap then."
all right, okay. Mike is trying his best to get in.
Like,
Hey, Mike, you're back.
yep,
Let's see if your connection is a lot better now.
you're
Generally,
muted.
you don't have this issue.
I don't, but the internet gods are not being kind to me today for
Oh
whatever
my
reason.
word.
Yeah. Okay.
This sounds a whole lot better. Before there's like a huge delay. I would start to say something, and you guys would get in like 3 or 4 sentences before you ever heard me. So hopefully it's a better connection now.
Wow. I hope so
Right, right.
too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Now,
we're
when I'm
Ann and I.
speaking, you guys are responding to me almost right away. There's always a little delay, but as I was just
Mhm.
saying stuff, and you and Ann immediately responded to me, so I know that's better. So we're good. Sorry for
Yeah,
the interruption, everyone.
no, that's okay. But generally on Thursdays, I don't hear any delay at all, if any. But that's okay. But we're talking about people using words uh, that they really don't know the meaning of, and
Mm,
we were talking about how people were calling people now woke.
mm,
And to me, again, that's a compliment because if you knew the true definition of what it means, everybody would want to be woke. And
right.
I'm just to give you a little snippet. This is what I've learned that woke means that I'm paying attention to and calling out injustices. Okay. Now I'm just not going to say, "Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong." If it is wrong, wrong is wrong, right is right. Mike
Mm,
used the term good and evil. If
mm,
it's evil, I'm going to call it out.
mm.
Okay. And if you're going to call me being woke for that, then guess what? I'm awake, baby. I am
Right,
woke and I'm going to stay
right.
woke. And I'm gonna wear it as a badge of honor because that means that,
Exactly.
again, I'm repeating, I know I'm being redundant. That means you are too stupid
Woo!
to pay attention.
He said too stupid. Okay.
I did. I did. I'm
Yeah.
coming. I'm swinging for the fences today. I am thinking, and just like another thing.
Dr. Sims, Dr. Sims on Thursday was talking about a similar situation here, where I think the theme of her show was enough is enough, and
Yeah,
personal
Mm,
that's good.
responsibility, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I fall back on the good versus evil because it's just simple. It's just really
right.
simple to pit those two against each other. There's really no there's no wiggle room here.
Right.
Where do you fit in? What are you doing? Is what you're doing, is it serving and helping people, or are you hurting people? And I told her, I text her as she was talking with her guest, beautiful lady who was pastor that's very knowledgeable, and she was akin to what Dr. Sims was saying, enough is enough. And I text her that in my psychology courses and what I've seen in reality as a law enforcement officer and such, that when something bad happens in society, the statistics are horrible about the people that will
Mhm.
involve themselves. It's about a 2%, 2%ers will involve themselves in something ugly. Everyone else puts up their hands and they go, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
And when you only have 2% of the population getting involved in doing something about evil, that's sad. And other countries aren't like that. But here in the
Right.
US, it's about a 2%er. Nobody wants to get involved.
Mm,
You know you're right about that too. I don't know where that started, and I think it did start when when neighbors stopped being neighbors. Communities stopped engaging with one another. You know, uh, but I know growing up, and I said this many times, I knew my neighbors, everybody on my block, I knew. or on my street, rather, and even miles away. We knew one another. We talked. We communicated. There was no such thing as a text message. You know, to me, I
We
think
had
that the
party
best
lines.
interaction you can get, is like we're dialoguing right now.
Right.
Okay, text message. Now, if you're out of town or something, and I can't see you and I can't physically be with you, then I think the next best thing is to pick up the phone and talk to you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
versus a text message. Okay, so a lot of times, if you're texting something, you're writing something, you're emailing something, something can get lost in that translation. It can get lost in the translation. But if I'm talking to you, then you can hear or you can feel my vibe that I'm giving off without
Right.
The
being genuine
influx.
or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
certainly if I'm standing in front of you, you can tell when you talk to somebody whether they're phony or not. You can tell it.
If you got any discernment,
Any discernment at all,
any discernment.
because not only what comes out of their mouth, but the body language. And Mike, I know you're pretty much an expert on this because you are a former investigator. And what do investigators do? They
Mm-hmm.
interpret what's in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
including physical
We have
evidence.
in law enforcement, we have built-in bullshitometers. Judges have it, law enforcement have it. You have a built-in.
Yep.
If you're good at what you do, you got the built-in bullshitometer. It just
Bruh.
the hair stand. If you have hair, it stands up on the back of your head. And yeah, no, you can
Right.
tell. You can tell by the body language and the inflex in the voice. You can say the same words and have a different meaning. For instance, if I looked
Yes,
at
you
you, William, and
can.
I said, gee, William, your hair looks nice today. Or if I said the same words, I went, gee, William, your hair looks nice today. I said the exact
Yeah.
same words.
Right.
But
Uh-huh.
what was the interpretation?
The latter
Your
was
hair does look nice today, William.
yo, thank you. Yeah, I have a hat on. Okay. Anyway, the
That
point
makes
is,
sure it looks
but
good,
no,
doesn't it?
your point is well taken because the first one it seemed sincere. The second one was totally insincere. Now I said, "What is this Joker up to?" Okay, yeah, okay. He just gave me a backhanded compliment, no, which is actually an insult because he didn't mean a word that he
Insult.
said.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And also, Mike, you can tell. Let's say you're interviewing someone or interrogating someone. Okay, let's do that because you guys don't interview; you interrogate. If you have a suspect, okay, it's an interrogation.
I never interrogated. I never
Oh,
interrogated. I would
yeah, you
interview.
smiling?
I would
Yeah,
talk.
Mike.
I would talk. I would talk to people, and I would tell
Of
them,
course not. He was the
you
good
know,
cop.
hey, listen, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that you got arrested for being a child molester. I'm sure there's something that we don't know. So I really need to hear your side of the story. So
Uh-huh.
lay it out here for me. It's just you and me here in this room. Tell me what's up. Be honest with me. Here,
Uh-huh.
let me get you a cup of coffee. Do you need to smoke? I, I would buddy up. I would buddy up as best I could to anybody I needed to
Uh,
interrogate or interview.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
You
I,
get
I
more
understand
flies with
exactly.
honey.
Oh,
I
absolutely,
understand.
man.
Hey, believe me. And this is the thing about it is you can tell, and too, in your uh, vocation, your expertise, and you can tell when a witness is talking. Let's say they're sweating. They're asked the question. They start sweating, start rambling on, speaking rapidly. All over the place. You say, "Women, hold it." This person is
Given too
searching
much
for an
detail.
answer. Yeah, and so you could tell whether they're searching for an answer or not, because if they had the truth on their side, it could come out fluidly. There's no need to sweat, especially if the courtroom isn't if the air conditioner is going on. This guy's still sweating.
Well, you
What's
gotta at the same time you gotta understand that you have different personalities. Some people get really nervous, and
happening?
when they get nervous, they sweat. When they get nervous, they get diarrhea verbally. It's just it's different for different people. You have to look at the entire situation. Does this person still come across as being genuine? Does this person come across as being evasive? So there's a whole lot to it than just what you would, every
Mm,
single time this person's acting nervous, that this person is lying. It
uh,
could be the person has just never been in a courtroom before, never been in trouble before, and doesn't know how to settle down in this particular situation. That they're reacting to it nervously. They're reacting to it by talking too much, by giving you more information than you need. You just never know. You have to look at the entire thing, and that's another thing that helps is if they've got evidence to back up their version of events. It makes them seem more credible. It
mm,
gives you the impression that, okay, this person was just nervous because clearly we've got documentation, or we've got video evidence, or we've got corroborating witness statements or testimony that proves that this person's version of events is the correct one. So
mm,
it's not an exact science,
mhm. Yeah.
knowing whether or not somebody is lying, but I do believe that lying is an abomination, as the Bible puts it, and so our bodies do react negatively to a lie. We
Mhm.
react negatively when we speak a lie. We react negatively when we hear a lie. Unless you are one of those people that's so deeply, inbred in lying that it's just second nature to you now,
Mhm.
and you
Patho-
you can be a
Pathological,
cool lie.
pathological liars. You can
Yes,
give a
yes,
pathological liar. You can give them a lie detector test, and they'll pass it.
they
Really?
will.
They will pass it.
Yeah,
They actually believe what they're telling you is
Ah,
the truth. I mean,
ah.
their wires are so messed up in their head that they will tell you an exact story. They won't flower it. They won't give it all that extra detail that you didn't ask for. All the things that
hmm
I would look for as an
hmm
investigator. Because when somebody starts being flamboyant about the story, well, Your Honor, what happened was I was going to J.C. Penney's that day, and then I was going to get some curtains, and when they start adding all
Oh, do we lose Mike?
Oh, then maybe we can get him back.
Yeah, I hope so, because he was
Oh,
telling us.
yeah, that,
Um,
that was fascinating. That was fascinating.
yes, yes.
Okay. And see, okay, let's do this. All right. See if we can get him back. So,
Okay.
and I guess we're going to have another music break, huh?
Well, if you like, go
Yeah,
for it.
why not?
That jazz was awesome.